I was so excited to come into work today. This is why. My ladies, please take a look at your screen right now. Korres, we were just seeing them. The oldest homeopathic pharmacy believes in beauty benefits from nothing but Mother Nature. All of us, millions of ladies, we all have one thing in common: menopause, perimenopausal, postmenopausal. If the skin you're seeing on your screen right now is what you see when you look in the mirror, I am excited to be the person that gets to introduce you to the answer. By the way, I'm Tina Jennings. Good morning to everyone. This is our Today Special. It is a world launch. It is exclusive. It is the first and only technology of MenoReverse that addresses what goes on with our skin when we go through menopause. That is that mature skin. That is the big difference that we see when we look in the mirror, right? We've heard of hot flashes, maybe the mood changes, our sleeping pattern changes, but what about our skin? What about addressing what we're seeing in the mirror? Thank you to Korres, thank you to Lena for coming up with a breakthrough technology that is going to help us. It is our Today Special today. It is our best value of the day. This is what everybody is talking about, the MenoReverse SuperSize Serum in Cream. Everyone is talking about it, and I mean Forbes, The Today Show, New York Times, WWD, and Good Housekeeping. They have even earned the seal from Good Housekeeping, which is so hard to do. You wanna know why everyone's talking about it? You wanna know why all the publications can't wait to get the information out? Is because we all have one thing in common. We're all gonna have to go through menopause. Either you're going through it, you went through it, or it's on the horizon. I'm right there. I was just talking with Patsy, I'm on the horizon. Today we're getting, when I said world launch, we of course had the MenoReverse in the smaller size. This is the size that we normally do it, 1.35. We loved it, it was $58. If you go to hsn.com right now, this is what you're gonna see. Today, we are able, for our today's special, we are going to triple the size. Take a look at the difference. Triple the size. Again, $58 here for $39.50. This is a 2-in-1. This is a power serum with a moisturizer in here. This is addressing all the things that we see within that time of menopause. And I wanna show you something that kind of will illustrate what we can't technically see, right? You're gonna see in our 20s what our skin looks like. You're gonna see what it looks like in our 30s. Now, take a look. Do you see the difference? This is what we can't see from the outside. You know, 35, we're using the same products. 45, maybe we're using the same products also, but it's not giving us those same results. Now 55, that's when we're seeing the biggest change in aging in our skin. So if you're using all these products and you're like, why when I'm 55 is it not doing what it's always done in my adult life? That's because your skin and your body is completely different. Lena Korres, who's actually a chemical engineer, she's a female just like us. She was going through menopause. So she's like, I am going to find the answer. It absolutely took all of these years. It took all of these female scientists, and I cannot believe it's 2020, and we're just getting the answer. When I say I'm excited to bring this to women, it's because Korres went around the country and they had focus groups and talked about how you feel, what it's like to go through menopause, perimenopausal, postmenopausal. And sometimes we feel alone. Sometimes we feel it's an internal struggle. It's an internal thing that we see in the mirror. And I'm telling you what, women around the world, we're echoing what we're all feeling. And I want you to listen to these ladies and say, is that me? Take a listen.
After menopause, I noticed that my skin was dry, wrinkly.
I was so surprised how quickly my skin started changing. It wasn't supple like it used to be, just dry spots.
A dullness has entered.
But I always want to look the best that I can possibly look.
You know, I can never be young again, but I want to be the best me.
After MenoReverse, I saw changes right away. Suppleness came back, the glow came back.
My face felt moisturized.
And I would just keep touching my skin.
For me, MenoReverse has been kind of a rejuvenation of my life. I just felt gorgeous again.
I'm telling you, I have goosebumps thinking about all of the women that this is gonna be such a change for. I wanna remind you today, I'm gonna give you a little bit off the top. First off, we have a single ship option available. That's at $39.50. We have it on 3 flex payment. We have it with free shipping and handling. Now, before we even start rocking and rolling, we were able to do an auto ship option on this. And overnight, Amy just launched this last night at midnight. It is selling 2 to 1 in auto ship. And that is because we know this is a phenomenal value. You wanna lock that in, and what you'll get is every 90 days, you'll be able to lock in this price for 1 year. That's the amount of supply that we have available. But we started with over 14,000 at midnight last night as an auto ship option. I now have less than 6,000 available if you want to do auto ship. It's early in the morning. We're more than half of our quantity in auto ship is gone. So if that's an option for you, I would strongly suggest you lock that in. You get the price, you're gonna make sure that you don't go without for the next year. And if you don't want the auto ship, you can cancel it at any time. But right now is the time to grab it. So I've set this up for an amazing presentation from VP of Marketing and Education at Korres, Liz Fultz, who is joining me on Skype. Good morning, Liz.
Good morning. Isn't this exciting?
I'm telling you,
I know.
I was excited to wake up.
I loved your little dance, by the way. I saw you dancing on a video. I was like, she's excited. It's so early in the morning, but you know what? It's fun. It's exciting to share with everyone. I know we talked about all these focus groups. I traveled all over the U.S., Texas, Florida, New York, St. Louis, meeting with thousands of you. And some of you are probably watching right now who were frustrated, you know, as we go through this change in our life. And it's amazing to think that no skincare company has embraced this hormonal change. It's almost like that taboo word, menopause. It's like you don't want to talk about it. But here's the thing. You know, you learn about it, right? You learn what happens to you physically. You know what happens to you inside of your body, but nobody tells you. Nobody tells you what it's going to do to your skin. And I had no idea. If I didn't work with Lena Korres, this amazing biochemist, and her team of all female scientists that are going through menopause, and there's nothing on the market that's addressing menopause until now. This multitasking serum and moisturizer, you're probably wondering, Liz, why is it one product? Because Lena and her team made it so potent that you not only need to use it once a day, but when you use it once a day, it's a kind of checking all the boxes of all the things that happen to our skin. The sunken in, the loss of volume, the deep lines and wrinkles, the dry like the Sahara, a word you guys taught me called jowling, where you're getting the jawline is less defined, but you can see in this before, look at how the skin changes when you go through menopause. Even here, it's almost like that before, the skin looks angry. The skin looks tired. Look at the after. And oh, by the way, it just gets better and better day after day. And by the way, you're only using it once a day, clean skin just in the morning. If you're waking up this morning and you're looking in the mirror and you're saying, that's me in the before. I am like Patsy. I was trying everything, and it was heart-wrenching, honestly, to sit with so many of you and have you just dump out your handbags and say, well, I went to the beauty counter and I was sold this anti-aging product and this anti-aging product. Oh, and then use this one 3 times a day. And the worst thing is that you actually spend more money on trying to find the solution when you're going through menopause. But here's how it goes. And again, I wouldn't know this if I didn't spend time with Lena, who's going through menopause, and as well as her entire team, and their mother's going through menopause. But in your 20s and 30s, you lose about 1 to 2% collagen a year. And you look in the mirror and you're aging slowly and you're like, okay, everything's great. But then all of a sudden, in your mid 40s, you hit the perimenopause. Then you go through menopause, and then it's postmenopause. In that 5-year window, 5-year window, you will age more in your lifetime than you will ever age your entire life. And nobody tells you that. It's like all of a sudden you fell off a cliff, you wake up in the morning and you say, oh my gosh, what has happened? Why do I have not fine lines? Why do I have deep lines? Why do I have age spots? Why is my skin thinner? Why is my skin sensitive? Why is the product I've been using for the last 10 years, why has it stopped working? Because even if you love the serum that you've been using for the last 10 years, when you go through menopause, your skin changes. The epidermis gets thinner, the bottom layer gets thicker. You need something that not only has this potent ingredient, but something that can penetrate all the way down. But I know Patsy's there with you, and I know you guys were talking earlier, but look at Patsy even. And Patsy was saying, my sisters, their skin has changed in such a way. They're so excited because there's finally something that's working for their skin. Look at beautiful Patsy, and she's beautiful no matter what, 73 years young. And by the way, use it on your neck and your décolleté as well, because guess what? All that happens to our face is happening to our neck and our décolleté. But you can see Patsy in her before. And what I love about Patsy is that, yes, she's like so many of us, where you wake up we wake up the next morning, you look in the mirror and you say, oh my gosh, I see my mother. Is that me? I mean, I love my mother and I love the way she looks, but I'm not there yet. So why do I look like her now? But you can see, even in Patsy, she is beautiful no matter what. And I love her skin. I love her cheeks. I love her décolleté and her neck. Everything about Patsy is beautiful. But imagine, you're going to use this just once a day on clean skin. And like thousands of you that have fallen in love with this product, it's exciting because not only, yes, it's amazing that you're getting this mega size of super size, but you will even notice that when you put this on your skin, you can even see the texture. It's taking a serum. It's almost got a shine to it. That's the activating serum in a moisturizer that is so potent. You only need to use it once a day on clean skin, and you will finally have this amazing solution. In fact, we did a press event in January. We had dozens of dermatologists come, and I was saying, I've never seen dermatologists at a press event. Why are they here? And so I was talking to a few of them, and I said, I have to ask, why are you here? And they said, Liz, because I don't have anything that I can recommend to my patients. I just say, oh, anti-aging, it's anti-aging. That's not going to work. And retinols, that's the worst that can happen for your skin because your skin's thinner, it's more sensitive. Just throwing on a retinol just makes it worse.
Well, and Liz, when we were talking about Patsy, me and her were talking before we started the presentation, and she was talking about right above her lip is the part that kind of bothered her. And I'm telling you, when you look into the mirror, you will see all the things that are different. What Liz said is you look in the mirror and all of a sudden you see your mom. It's because it is a rapid change when you're going through that menopause. Look, I told Patsy, I said, my mom told me after going through menopause, she says, I don't have any advice for you. Because it is something that you can't explain. It is something you cannot understand until you are in the throes of it. And it is one of the most extreme things that your body can go through. But I feel like, Liz, we talk about, right? We talk about mood swings. We talk about the lack of sleep, the hot flashes. It's almost like a punchline to a joke. But we're not talking about our skin, that volume loss, what it is. Maybe we're not talking about it because there was no answer. Maybe that's why that wasn't a hot topic that we were having, tea with our girlfriends and talking about it. It's amazing to me that the team of female scientists with Lena, everybody got together and said, there's something out there. And the technology that you guys have brought to us is groundbreaking. It is something that has never been done before. And I have no idea why we've made it to, we were saying 2020, and you guys said, let's put it all together. I'm gonna give you this powerful serum. I'm gonna give you your moisturizer. All in one, I'm gonna make it super duper easy. And guess what? I'm gonna give you 3 times the size because that firmness, that elasticity, that texture, the softness, the wrinkles, we are attacking it all. So I wanna remind you, if you're just tuning in, this is the normal size that you would see the MenoReverse. This is the normal size. You can go right now to hsn.com. This is 1.35 ounces. It's $58. We are doing 3 times the size. So if we all did the math, that's a little over $145 if we went price by volume, right? this day only, a today special, if you're not familiar, means this price will absolutely disappear tonight at midnight. This is exactly why everyone is jumping on the auto ship option for this, because that $39.50 will not be here after today, and it absolutely is a drop in the bucket for what it is that you can experience. And Patsy and I were talking, and she said, I've been using this. I can't believe the difference. This is why I was excited, Liz, this morning, because I know there are so many women out there having an internal conversation about what they see in the mirror, that loss. You were talking about the jowling, talking about the deep lines, because this is not anti-aging. This is not, you know, I kind of see something. This is a complete life changer. And when we're talking about a change, do you see the number right there on the screen? Don't blink and don't think, is that really what I'm seeing, Tina? 30 minutes. This is basically instantly. When was the last time you got a product and you were able to say 96% of us got together and said, in 30 minutes, I could see a difference. Not a week from now, not 2 months from now, not 6 months from now. Get it out of the box, put it on, and 30 minutes later, go check yourself out in the mirror. See what this is about. See the difference that you know on the inside. Liz, I think all of us think on the inside, I know what I feel like, right? I know what I feel like on the inside. I know I feel still lively. I still feel young. I still feel all of these things, but I'm not seeing the reflection matching that.
Exactly. And what's interesting is to learn that, believe it or not, in that 5-year window, you lose 30% of your collagen, 30% of your lipids, which are your building blocks that kind of hold everything up, 36% of your cell reproduction. All of this happens in a 5-year window. And to know that Lena Korres discovered this incredible, I mean, it took her almost 4.5 years to discover this ingredient. It's actually in a World Inky, I have it here, the World Inky Dictionary. So this is the dictionary that for world-renowned Nobel Prize winners have their ingredients in there. Lena Korres is in that book. So meaning that an ingredient that universities were floored with, I mean, it gives me chills talking about it, she invited universities from all over the world to read and study this ingredient that she discovered, that where she studied the biological path of menopause and what it does to our skin, which is so dramatic. You can't use an anti-aging product. And you're probably noticing, and there's thousands of you that I spoke with that said, Liz, I've been using this for 20 years. Why is it not working? I've been using this for 10 years. What is happening to my skin? Why is it not working? Because not only does it have to be the right consistency, it has to be the right ingredient that's specifically designed for us. And I love what you were saying, you know, earlier, Tina, about it's 2020. And can you believe that nobody is talking about this and what happens to our skin? And we wake up one day and we look in the mirror and we say, oh my gosh, I see my mother. I see how did I age this fast so quickly? And it is just, it's groundbreaking. It truly is. And when you get this home, it's that aha moment. I know we had some callers last night. I don't know if we have callers today, but call in and share your story, because it's that a moment where you are just wowed. It's that aha moment where you look in the mirror that something can finally penetrate all the way down and gives you the plumpness, gives you the hydration, gives you the younger looking skin, gives you the fur. It's like it checks all the boxes, and it starts within 30 minutes. Only once a day, by the way. It is so potent, you do not need to use it twice a day. So only in the morning on clean skin, and wow, the results. Wow, the results. And they just get better and better. And you can see in the before, look at how the gravity is setting in. We talked about the loss of collagen, the building blocks of the lipids. It's like a pillow. You know how a pillow is nice and fluffy, and then you go to bed one night and it's just flat and it's kind of dented in? That's what happens to our skin. You can see even in this before, look at how the cheeks are sunken in. This is what happens in that 5-year window. We lose the volume. Deep lines and wrinkles. We get what a word that you guys taught me, which is jowling. It's not even sagging, it's worse than that. It's where your jawline is starting to just hang over. Yes, things happen to us when we go through menopause,
I love
but
this
look at
one,
your
Liz.
skin.
I love this one.
Right, you can see how it's almost like the cheek is indented. It almost looks deflated like a balloon. You put this on in the morning and it's wow. Look at the after. Look at the fullness. Look at the plumpness to her skin. Imagine putting it on in the morning, going out of your cup of coffee, and then looking in the mirror and look at the after. Look at the volume in her skin. It's like, yes. And day after day, it just gets better and better. And you see in the fine print there, a lot of times, which is just so frustrating. It's one of my biggest pet peeves is when you look at the fine print and it says, oh, used, 3 times a day with 5 other products. No, with this, you're just gonna cleanse. You're gonna put this on in the morning and you're done. Not twice a day, not 5 times a day. And when you look in the mirror, you're gonna be able to say, oh my gosh, I can finally see a difference. It was heart-wrenching, going to these focus groups. And I know we're gonna talk to that and show a video, but meeting with thousands of you that were just dumping out your bags saying, well, you buy actually more in that 5-year window because you're reaching, you're grabbing for anything. Anti-aging this, anti-aging that. Guess what? You've already aged. You can't go back and try to get all that stuff. You need something for after the fact. And this is what this does.
Okay, Liz, I'm gonna do something. If you're looking at those before and afters and you were like, Liz, Tina, yeah, that's me. But I've got the deep wrinkles. I've got the age spots. Korres has us covered. I would do a cocktail of the Today Special, and let me introduce you to this. This is still that MenoReverse technology. This is the deep wrinkle concentrate. This is for those deep wrinkles, the plumping, the age spots. This is immediate, just like we were talking about wrinkles, the dryness, the dullness, the lack of firmness. So what I would do, this again, we have this available today. It is a this day only because we are coupling this with our Today Special. That would normally be $78 because it's Korres. We're doing all things amazing for us today. It's $36, again, this day only. So what I would do, Liz, let me make sure I'm saying what is a good description of what we want to do. So if you're like, I see myself in those before and afters, but I really need like a 1-2 punch, it's perfect. It's already done for you. It's gonna tell you exactly how much to put in. If you want to cocktail it with the Today Special, you can absolutely do that. So now, Liz, if we did that, I'm telling you, we're coming in hard. We're coming in like, we're making a change today. Today is the day. If we had this together once a day, again, right, Liz?
Yeah, once a day. And again, do not twice a day,
Nope.
3 times a day. No. Once a day is all that you need, and you will see dramatic results. But the age concentrate, the spotless serum, is really targeted for when your skin, yes, you've gone through menopause, but you know how it's very thin, it's very fragile, and it feels more sensitive right now. You're also more susceptible to pollution, environmental damages. So you're gonna start to notice all the discolorations and age spots and things coming out. Using that spot treatment on those areas, just a little bit is all that you need. Wow. And I love what you were saying, Tina. Yes, you can cocktail them together, and it's pre-measured. You saw the button there. Just a little teeny bit is all that you need on those little areas. And wow, what a difference in your skin. It's exciting to be here. Yes, this is our only Skincare Today Special this year, but honestly, I don't really care. I'm excited. If this was our only Today Special this year, I'm excited to finally give you a solution, to finally give you something that's actually gonna work. Because again, meeting with thousands of you, St. Louis, Texas, Florida, New York, it was heart-wrenching. And you guys were frustrated and you were upset because you're using, you're going to the beauty counters and you're meeting with a 20-year-old who's saying, oh yes, try this and try that and layer this and use it 5 times a day. To have this innovation, to have this breakthrough that Lena, a woman going through menopause, and her team of all female scientists going through menopause, and their mothers going through menopause, discovering an ingredient that is so powerful that it takes that before, sunken in, loss of volume, sagging, jowling, dry like the Sahara is one of the words that I learned in St. Louis. Look at the after. Look at how your skin immediately. And again, once a day on clean skin in the morning is perfect.
One application. I want to keep reminding you, these before and afters. This is not 3 weeks. This is not a month. This is not even 2 days. This is one application that you're looking at in all of these before and afters. And Liz, we keep talking about those focus groups and the women coming and talking to you, and we heard some of the testimonials earlier from those women, but you mentioned that dermatologists and doctors were coming and wanting to learn more because they were also feeling frustrated. One, I'm sure a lot of them were women, right? Because we all don't usually have one thing in common, but menopause is the one thing we all have in common. So I want to bring on the phone, we have Dr. Marnie Nussbaum, who is a board certified dermatologist and also an expert in menopausal skin. She's calling in, Liz, she is one of the doctors that you actually met along the way. Doctor, are you on the phone with us?
Hi, yes, I am.
Good morning. Can I just say thank you so much for taking the time to talk about such an important issue?
I am so happy to be here.
Well, doctor, what were you experiencing before you met Liz, before you knew this was something that we could actually give out and say this is an answer?
Sure, I had so many women coming to me and saying all of a sudden they feel like they've aged 20 years within a few years. And they're exactly right, because after the age of 30, we lose 1 to 2% of collagen per year. However, during perimenopause and after menopause, we lose 30% within those 5 years. So it truly is like falling off a cliff. And all of a sudden, the routine that they've been using for 5-10 years is doing nothing for them. And they feel like they've done something wrong. They don't understand that the dramatic loss of estrogen production is changing their skin. It's the biggest change their skin is ever going to go through. So while their skin is thinner and more sensitive, unfortunately, the epidermis, the top layer, is thicker and harder to penetrate, which makes sense why those other ingredients they were using prior are no longer working for them.
Well, and doctor, once you had kind of something in your arsenal, I'm sure the stories and the personal, women, we sometimes internalize, how we're feeling about things, but that had to make you feel empowered as well to be able to say, I have something.
Well, I felt so excited and relieved to actually give them a solution that wasn't going to be a 10-step solution, but rather a streamlined routine that's efficacious and easy for them, and something that's actually going to work and actually going to give them visible results.
Well, doctor, I said you are a doctor. We come to you for the answers, but at the end of the day, you're also a woman. You're also one of us and deal with the same kind of struggles. So I love that you couldn't wait to help other women and have an answer and to come with Korres and say, yes, 2020, we have finally found the technology.
Finally, exactly. I mean, what Lena and her team did is just absolutely groundbreaking and truly exciting to have something for postmenopausal skin, and just for postmenopausal skin, that it's going to work for them, and something for this population of women that need it.
Well, doctor, you did not have to take time out of your morning to absolutely come and give us your knowledge and want to pass it forward to other women. So I want to thank you so much.
Oh my God, it's a pleasure. I'm so excited. Thank you.
Thank you, doctor. And if you're just tuning in and you're like, what is the doctor talking about? That's me. I'm in perimenopausal. I'm in menopause. I'm in postmenopause. When she was talking about your skin is just different. You are going to feel the difference. Your regular products that you've been using your whole adult life, that you've been dumping money into, it's not doing what it was supposed to do anymore. We understand that. Again, this is a world launch of triple the size of the technology. That this is the first and the only MenoReverse technology available out there for you today. It would normally be $145 $39 to get this at this size today only. $39.50. We have it on single and on AutoShip, and AutoShip is extremely popular. So if that is an option for you, I implore you to please go and make that something you do this morning. The item number is 087695. We've been talking about that. The free shipping handling, by the way, on all of our Korres, because it is a huge day for us. It's absolutely, I mentioned the concentrate, which is a this day only. I want to hit it once again, and what that means, just like at the end of the